That is just too funny.
These
So
are
they're
shriveling, so when the leaves go away, does that mean it's time to harvest?
Is it? They seem so small. I guess I planted peas and forgot. I have an army of sunflowers. All right, we're gonna see if we can get the blackberries to not go past this fence here because the train can't get through. Jerry's growing some peppers and a corn maze over here. Well, not really a maze, but corn. Tomatoes. These blackberries are just growing everywhere. Jerry says there's one underneath the switch track. I love that. There's a butterfly and there's two bees and they're all just doing their thing. Our squash is doing incredibly well. Jerry has been making fantastic pizza.
You kicked the garlic at me.
What'd you do that for, Ms. Mia? We all saw you do it.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Oh. Anyway, Jerry's going to show us how to make pizza.
Today we're going to make a white pizza with meatballs and a veggie pizza.
What are you picking, Ms. Mia?
Rosemary.
Rosemary?
Some basil.
Our basil has been happier.
Yeah, our basil has seen better days.
And our parsley isn't so happy either, but it's still here. Good? Let's see what you got. Oh, you got lots of good stuff.
Yep. I have oregano, parsley, rosemary, thyme, sage, and basil.
As you're cutting things, mix them into the butter to flavor the butter. And I'm going to start the dough.
Jerry makes his dough from scratch.
110-degree water for the yeast.
Got some clean herbs now.
Thermometer. Measure the temperature of the water, because it, for serious, has to be 110 degrees.
For serious.
That's perfect. That's 1.5 cups.
Alright, so you've got your 110-degree water.
1 tablespoon of sugar, which feeds the yeast, so that you can make sure that it's still working. The yeast is going to eat the sugar.
Oh, what's that?
This is the yeast.
Comes in little packets?
Yes. It also comes in jars, but then you have to use it fast because it goes bad.
Oh.
This is fast yeast so that we don't have to wait so long for it. Instant, fast acting. Now that needs to set so that the yeast can wake up and eat the sugar. And while it's doing that, I'm going to measure out 4 cups of flour. In addition to the 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt. I forgot what this does, but it does something that's important. It's going to be a little bit more than 4 cups. You see that's starting to foam a little bit.
Yeah. What you doing, Ms. Mia?
Melting some butter.
Ooh.
It's being stubborn.
Oh. You're gonna show that butter who's boss?
Yeah.
Alright.
Butter's all like, I'm gonna go up against the microwave heat. I said, no, you're not.
I'm adding 1/3 cup vegetable oil to the yeast. That helps make the dough not stick to things. And I'm sure also flavors it because it's oil.
Would olive oil not work?
I don't know.
Oh, never tried?
I think this yeast looks fine because it's foaming. If it weren't, then your yeast would be no good and you should go and buy some more. So now I'm going to gradually mix in the flour. I believe this is called incorporating. And now it's very thick, so I'm not bothering with a spoon anymore.
Oh, that smells good.
Yeah.
What you got?
So all these fresh herbs that I just chopped up, I'm mixing them all together.
Right.
I'm going to take half of them, put them into this melted butter, and it's going to infuse the butter with all the flavors of these herbs.
Ooh. Which smell really, really good.
Yeah, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the garlic, put it in the butter.
Did I mention this smells really good?
Push in the middle, fold it over, do that again over and over, and that helps make it makes the flour break down and form a new structure for the dough. Most recipes you see for dough online will say you do this on the counter, but I don't feel like getting dough on the counter. And line the bowl with olive oil.
All right.
And take the dough in a ball, put that in the bowl, cover that with plastic wrap, set it aside to rise. Since it's fast yeast, it will be 10-15 minutes instead of an hour.
Is there any difference between the fast and the slow yeast? Does the slow yeast taste better?
As far as I know, it's just slower.
Oh, why would anybody go for the slow yeast?
That was my question.
So Jerry recently got this great pizza stone.
Goes on the medium-low rack. That absorbs the heat higher than the temperature of the oven, so that actually gets hotter than what you set it to, but it takes a while. And to help it get a head start, I'm going to set the oven to 500 degrees.
Ooh, the girl is doing some garlic.
I'm chopping garlic and also
Into the butter.
putting it in the butter so it'll be garlic butter. Garlic herb butter.
These are pre-cooked.
Mia's using her good little chop-o-matic, huh?
Yeah, I thought I'd try this for the garlic. This is such a kind of tedious, messy thing to cut up.
It does what it needs to do.
You know it doesn't need what it needs to do?
What?
This can opener.
I hate that can opener.
I don't know how to use this.
I've always hated that can
Well, I
opener.
think now it might actually be broken.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Mia, show us how it's done. Open that can of tomato paste.
These tiny cans are hard.
Oh, the excuses are coming.
See? It was
Uh-huh. You know, Mia. Meatbally?
They smell good. They're no longer frozen.
Too much garlic?
It might be overpowering for one pizza. I think some of it should be taken out and put on the other one.
Dough has grown. Yeah, let's see if there's any excess air. Not bad. Sometimes it has a giant air bubble and you want to punch it out so you don't have a giant air bubble. I'm cutting it in half to make 2 pizzas.
Oh, the dough smells good.
Yeah.
The meatballs smell good. The garlic herb butter smells good. It smells good in here.
I'm taking this half, forming a new ball, putting it in a separate bowl, reforming this one into a ball, and back in the original bowl. Tomato paste.
Tomato paste.
I'm going to mix this with 1.5 cups of water, 1.5 cans of water.
All that from this one little teeny can.
Now we have an unflavored tomato sauce.
So we have to fix that.
Yes, we do.
How are we gonna do that?
With this.
All right, what you got there?
This is the herbs and garlic,
All right.
and a little bit of oil. And this doesn't have to be cooked, but we do want to prepare it in advance so that it has a chance for the herbs to flavor it. We don't have pizza peel, so I've been using parchment paper instead to get it from the counter into the oven.
What's pizza peel?
It's that wooden or metal paddle.
We'll have to get one. Those are also good for when Mia's misbehaving.
But this parchment paper is also good because it's 15 inches across, and that's the size of pizza I want to make.
Oh.
See how nice and fluffy it is? This looks really thin, but it will continue to grow. I'm folding over the edge to make the crust. You can also, if you're good, just make it thicker at the edge. Since I'm using a rolling pin, it ends up more or less the same thickness. And it will continue to, at the same time, shrink and expand. So I'm saying, get back out there. Good enough?
Jerry is combining the various good smells.
And unlike a lot of places, I'm getting it to the edges.
Some places don't bother.
Yeah.
Here comes the ricotta and the mozzarella.
I'm low on mozzarella, so I need to make sure not to use too much.
Oh, here comes the ricotta. Still not nearly enough ricotta, but it is coming.
That's plenty, right?
It's getting there. A little
need more?
Yeah, a little more. And now there's a chance of meatballs.
100% chance.
Cheesy with a chance of meatballs.
I was just thinking.
Guaranteed to be delicious.
And that's the last of our parsley plant.
Oh.
Lower this to 475.
Okay.
Part of the cooking is letting the pizza stone absorb some of the moisture out of the crust to make it crispy.
On to the next.
15 minutes.
Yeah, it's gonna do some vegetable chopping now. We're also making a vegetable pizza, so Mia's doing some chopping.
And just for us, because Jerry hates peppers.
Putting a thin layer of olive oil, which supposedly keeps the toppings from getting moisture into the crust and making it soggy.
Oh.
I have no idea if it actually works.
Smells good. Bye-bye cheese.
I'll put these on and then I'll put the other cheese on top.
It's art.
I try to evenly space things and get everything to the edges.
That really is fantastic looking.
So good. I liked when you mixed the cheeses before.
So this is allowed?
Yeah, it made it even better.
Ooh.
I'm not doing provolone this time, but do some cheddar.
Clean up as you go along and you won't have a gigantic mess at the end.
Oh, that's beautiful, Jerry.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
It smells as good as it looks, and it tastes even better. And since we've been cleaning up as we've been going along, the kitchen is almost totally clean without even having eaten the pizza yet.
But one person could not do this.
No. Teamwork. This is the power of teamwork, right, Mia?
Yeah, it's good to have an assistant for this.
If you are doing this by yourself, you have to get all your toppings prepared in advance.
And here's our second masterpiece. Unbelievable pizza, and the kitchen isn't even filthy. And we've probably got about 2 or 3 days of worth of leftover pizza. Hey guys, happy April. I think Jerry's trying to fatten us up. He's been making pizzas almost every week, and they are unbelievable. He's really spoiled us now with like other pizzas around here. We haven't ordered pizza since he started making them. I think the last time we got pizza was for our Power Rangers party back in February. Yeah, that was the last time we ordered pizza. When I lived in New Jersey, I used to love white pizza, but that's not really so common when you leave New Jersey, or New York, I guess. When you say white pizza here, a lot of people say, "What's that?" And I feel so badly for them. It is so good, and Jerry really makes unbelievable white pizza. Alright, I have to end here. I'm exhausted. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'll be back soon with more good videos, and good night.